Kansas City. A place known for jazz, barbecue, and a secret that stayed hidden for decades. Behind an ordinary home lived a man who appeared quiet, respectable, even boring. But beneath that calm surface was someone investigators would later call the Kansas City Butcher. This is the disturbing story of Robert Berdella, so stay tuned. Robert Andrew Berdella Jr. was born in 1949 in Kansas City, Missouri. From the outside, his childhood looked normal, but inside his home, it was far from it. His father was strict and often abusive. His mother, deeply religious, offered little emotional warmth. Robert grew up isolated, bullied at school, and socially withdrawn. He had trouble forming relationships and spent much of his time alone. As he grew older, his behavior became increasingly disturbing, marked by control issues, obsession, and a need for dominance over others. In the 1980s, Berdella ran a small antique store called Bob's Bazaar. He was known in the community as polite, intelligent, and artistic. He even volunteered during the AIDS crisis, helping patients who had been abandoned by others. To neighbors and customers, he seemed like an eccentric but harmless man. No one suspected what was happening behind closed doors. Between 1984 and 1987, Berdella targeted young men, many of whom were struggling or marginalized. He would lure them to his home with promises of food, shelter, or companionship. Once inside, they were trapped. Berdella kept detailed journals documenting what he did, chilling records that later became crucial evidence. His actions were driven by a desire for total control, not impulse. For years, he avoided detection. No missing persons were directly linked to him. Kansas City had no idea a serial predator was operating quietly in their street. In April 1988, everything changed. One of Berdella's victims, Tracy Biggenwald, managed to escape. Despite being weak and injured, Tracy ran into the street and flagged down a passing car. Police were called immediately. When officers searched Berdella's home, what they found shocked even seasoned investigators. Photographs, written records, and physical evidence that confirmed multiple murders. The Kansas City Butcher had finally been exposed. Robert Berdella was arrested without resistance. Faced with overwhelming evidence, he eventually confessed to killing 6 men. He showed no genuine remorse, instead describing his crimes in cold, clinical detail. Psychologists later described him as highly intelligent, manipulative, and deeply sadistic. Someone who lived a double life so convincingly that no one suspected a thing. In 1988, Berdella was sentenced to life in prison, but he would never grow old behind bars. In 1992, just 4 years after his arrest, Robert Berdella died in prison due to heart failure. The Kansas City Butcher was gone, but the damage he caused would never be undone. Robert Berdella's story is a terrifying reminder that evil doesn't always look monstrous. Sometimes it looks quiet, sometimes it smiles, sometimes it lives next door. And that's what makes cases like this so disturbing. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe. More true crime stories are coming, so stay tuned.